What's up everyone, it's Jambors, new video, and in this video I will describe you how I was photoshooting this Mihaela Andronic brand photoshoot, clothes fashion brand here in Romania. Amazing client, I must say it in advance, and also amazing photoshooting with amazing results. But how I get there, what would I do differently or better, or what would I recommend you after this experience, after this clip. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. You can buy me a coffee, you can buy my presets, you can help this channel to grow whatsoever, but I can also help you to grow if you will listen what I'm saying. And I will describe you a little bit about this shooting and my learnings which I gain during it, and of course after post-production. First of all, I was shooting this with S1R2 Lumix, amazing camera, and on 50mm lens 1.4 from Lumix also, which is in my opinion brilliant, absolutely brilliant combination which I super enjoy, and I didn't need to switch from it, and I'm almost barely do. And if I'm shooting with 35mm, more likely from Sigma, but that's another story. This didn't happen this time, and this time happened that I had two continuous light. I have a backdrop, this creamish one, two models, one professional, one not professional, a capture one connected to my Lumix so the clients could see the work immediately, and basically that's it. For styling, my girlfriend Ellie make it all happen, which eased the situation completely because she's extremely perfectionist, so the clothes look amazingly on the models. And also there was a makeup artist for just preparing the models before the shooting. What I would recommend is exactly from this, if you can, and if you can push your clients, if you have the budget, for sure to have makeup artist and hairstylist there for the whole time. It would ease situation, it will give you flexibility, and of course it would help your photos to pop out a little bit better. Second of all, if you can push your clients towards to have not one professional model and second one non-professional, to have two professional models, because this will help you, especially because, and you will understand why, this photoshoot 24 outfits took 12 to 14 hours to do. It was a constant work. Every single minute was filled, especially for me, because I was just not shooting a video, but I was not just shooting photos, but I was shooting also a video for social media. That's also the reason why there were continuous slides, because if I would switch from flash to continuous slide constantly just to shoot some images or being in complete darkness and so on and so forth whatsoever, it could be done differently, but the light outside would be changing constantly, so this wouldn't be an option to not do it in the dark, or at least partly dark. That would make it a pain in one person. You need to constantly be in focus and you need to give ideas to the models. Of course, professional model can give you better options, better solutions, and understands much better your needs, because they understand better their body, they understand better the photography, and they understand better in general what they are doing there, because it's their job. So it's easier communication with a non-professional to keep the attention, to keep the spark, to figure out the way how to do things, how to work with the body, and so on and so forth. It's a little bit harder, and then when you need to put those two together, it's also a little bit of harder stuff, because they, like, such a combination hardly will create you something, because they are two completely different worlds which are not easily mixed. It didn't anyhow jeopardize the operation, so the photos are looking fantastic. Actually, you can check it, you can write me in the comments below if you like them, and it helped. What I would recommend from this, if you use continuous light, use the best possible brand you can. I would, for example, recommend Profoto. I was using some older Godox lights. They weren't even the same series, and I can tell that they cannot hold for the whole time constantly same temperature, same light effect, and so on. I can see it on the pictures when I don't change in the same series, and if set up the color, like the color sometimes shifts a little bit, just because they cannot do 100% of what they should do. Of course, the price point says it all. But if you have a budget and you can rent such lights like Profoto or Broncolor, I would go for it, especially for the photo shooting, which are really costly. That will really make your life much easier for sure. That doesn't mean that you cannot do it with other lights. Second thing what I would recommend is plan in advance, much more in advance. The posing, don't underestimate the preparation time, the posing ideas, go through it. It's really something which will help you work on set, because you will get to the point where models doesn't have enough energy, even though they should, but they are only humans, they need to pose, they need to give you 100% of glam constantly. You need to give them ideas, you need to show them the ideas, you need to inspire them, and vice versa. Inspiration or feedback inspiration will really create all constant unique posing and compositions, definitely, which you need, because you want to see and show the clothes not constantly in the same vibe, especially for such a brand which is a little bit glam and luxurious. So you cannot afford it. What is important, and the tip number 3, it's communication. Communication is key to everything, and you need to keep it. You need to focus yourself to bring 100% of yourself, smile, and communicate constantly what you want, because you are the director on the set, even though it's called photographer, but you're after all a director, and you need to direct people what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and to try to keep the mood high, especially for the models, because they need to go in front of the camera and give you this. And again, tip number 5, whatever, have professional models on set, because professional models understand those needs. It's their daily work. Amateur, regardless if they're good or not, they won't really understand this the way as it's needed, and it takes twice, 3 times the energy you need to then take somewhere else, because of course you're just a human. But be ready for it. If this will happen to you, just make your preparations even better and your patience level very high, because this is extremely important. You cannot explode on the set, even sometimes you would wish to do this. Another tip is don't do social media and photography at once if you don't need to do it. If you can separate the roles, if you can have even assistant for lights, if you can, every single thing on the set can be done by other person, and you can just focus on photography and this directing, better result, faster. I know it's more costly, but it would really worth it, because you can focus on the things which are more important. Of course, I wasn't in such a situation. It was quite an experience. I was using Lumix S5IIX to create most of the social media content, because I was shooting on open gate the scene, so I could cut from here and there and create various types of videos for the client, which I think was fantastic. And of course, this is the reason why I can do also this video, and you can see the results, but you can also see the videos from the set, how it was working. Well, and that's it. I'm curious if you like the photos, write me in the comments below. I'm curious if this gave you some kind of a impact, or you learned something throughout the video. I would be glad. If you buy me a coffee, I would be amazingly happy. And if you subscribe to the channel, like the video, I would be happy too. And that's it. Thank you for watching.